he said. All right, before we get started on today's project, if you haven't already, please hit that little subscribe button. Boop. That's all you gotta do. That helps us out. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. A few videos back, we did one on Dude's machine, the 2021 Pro XP Ultimate. He got some 32-inch Rockzillas, so he threw those tires on, and here we are today. We're gonna be putting a Aftermarket Assassin's S3 clutch kit on this machine. He bought all the fixings for it too. The butter washers, the limiting washer, billet, primary cover. Here's what the kit came with. His new helix, the butter washers, his new springs, cover, limiting washer, the arms, the magnets for the arms. They're very magnetic, as you just saw. Changing the weight of the tires is obviously gonna change your RPMs. So we wanna make sure that he's in the optimal range. Clutch kit is how we're gonna do it. These machines are also notorious for the soft secondary spring, which makes your belt slip. Even if he didn't change the tires, this is still a good idea. He's gonna get He's gonna get better acceleration, better clutch response. Overall, this is gonna help the machine be more efficient.
Better performance.
It's gonna make the machine more efficient in getting the power from the motor through the belt and to the tires and to the ground. Those butter washers are supposed to help with a smoother shift in the secondary, by the way. They do make this particular kit. There's two different ones, so if you're interested in something like this, make sure you have the right year. The 2020 secondary is different than the 21-22. I believe the kits are essentially the same, but different parts, so if you do that, make sure, if you have a 20, get the one that's for the 20. If you got 21-22, make sure it's for the 21-22. It's all on their website. Keep in mind, we're highly untrained on all this stuff. We're not claiming to be any type of experts or anything.
I'm a professional.
Besides, dude, he's a professional at everything. The P90X clutch, part of its appeal is how easy it is to work on, which we'll be showing you. All the weights are magnetic, so it's a lot easier to adjust this one. We're not gonna be able to do the adjustments today because it's April and it's snowing and we don't have a place to test it. Because if I remember right, you need to check your RPM range at full throttle and where it's at between 55 and 60 miles per hour. So today we're just gonna be going off Aftermarket Assassin's little guide for tire size and clutch weights, and we'll start with that and then adjust from there. After this, both of us technically need to test and tune our clutches because I have not done mine yet since getting the tune and since putting the 32s on mine. So we're gonna have a lot of that coming up. We're about a month out from going to Windrock, so we have a bunch of shit we gotta do.
Yeah, dude.
So we're gonna get this pulled off and we'll kind of figure this out together. Dude jumped the gun, yeah, but
pulled it off.
We're gonna pull the secondary off first. So yeah.
12 seconds later.
He also got the tool from Aftermarket Assassins, and this is what we'll use to hold the secondary spring while we take the wow. This will hold it while we take the helix apart. We'll put that on, tighten it, and then we can loosen those bolts and slowly release it. He's got the tool on. That will hold the spring down. Dude likes to work away from the camera.
So close to you that wants to be up in the spring's face.
Impact.
Oh, got one. Think so, huh?
Yeah, dude. So now you can slowly loosen that up, dude. At some point, maybe we'll read the directions too, make sure we're doing this right. Whoa! Neat helix. Neat spring. Here's the spring difference for the secondary. Here's your new one from Aftermarket Assassins. Oh, they feel similar. This one's definitely thicker though and longer. And the new helix.
$11 later.
Got them all cleaned up, so now we can put it back together using the new Aftermarket Assassin stuff. So we'll take his new helix and then grab those butter washers. And then you drop them down there.
Both of them?
Yeah. Spring it up. Now with the magnets. Come on, dude. And now, yeah, that piece. And we'll have to put the compressor back on.
Great, dude.
Dude, we forgot a piece.
What?
You.
God damn it.
Damn it, dude.
Hey, sir.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just like one letter. Like a C and an H.
Dude, you're not holding the other side.
Oh, come on.
I'm pretty sure I got that on camera too.
Great.
So we started it with the spring compressor tool, put blue Loctite on the hardware, and then started working it in. It was a little bit of a pain, kind of had to shift the pressure with our hand. I'm telling you this because I don't know if I got it on camera what we just did to get the bolt started, and now we're just drawing it down by hand.
She has some of that in her.
32.
32.
That's it for the secondary.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
All right, so we're gonna leave the secondary like this for now. Now we're going to tie the tie the shock up and pull the primary. That's a T60 bolt. Dude's gonna use this wire to hold up the shock. Dude, your wire has a lot of stretch in it.
I had to tighter. Dude, don't break it.
That's up. That's out of the way. That's good
Good for what?
for being out of the way. Jesus, Hank.
You gave up? You're like, fuck you. Sit on that ass.
What are you doing, buddy?
All right, dude. Zip that T60 off.
Yeah.
Or is that like a filter? The filter was visible.
Impacted, dude.
Sarah Hoffman's bachelor. And she.
You're supposed to be able to push it in and use it like a slide hammer to get it off. So yeah, no, push, you compress the spring. Yeah, like that.
Easy.
Just like that.
Right.
Now we need to hold pressure down on the cover and loosen these up.
What happened, dude?
this will be super important. You wanna, well, mark all this too. You can go like there, here. You wanna mark where everything comes apart so it goes back together exactly the same way. In this case, because he's got a new cover, the cover's not gonna matter as much, but the spider will. So, cover, spring, look at that. So hold on, yeah, just set that aside for now.
Fancy.
But here's the spring difference. The factory one's a lot taller, but it is very spongy. This thing's rock hard. All right, so we got it marked. So now we can pull the spider out. Also, there's the little buttons in here. We don't want to lose those. So here, you can do it with two hands. So you can try to pull that up and you'll see how, where the buttons ride. We don't want to lose those. What we gotta do next is replace the arms. Here's the new ones. Here's the factory ones. And that's what we're replacing. As you can see, it's just solid. So you can't adjust it. It just is what it is. The new AA ones here, we can put magnets in here and adjust the weights to get the RPMs where it needs to be. So we're gonna pull the old ones out. We're gonna use their guide, load these up with the magnets according to what they say for tune level, which this one doesn't have a tune, and tire size, and it's gonna be 32. So we'll set it up the way they recommend and go from there. All right, so we're gonna try this again. I was not recording the first arm that we did. So he's gonna load the new arm up. We're doing AA's recommendation. We're gonna do, yeah, we're gonna do 2, 2, 4. That's based on him not being tuned and having 32-inch tires. We'll see where we're at after this, and if we have to adjust, we will.
Do that.
Yeah, we just spent a few minutes saying all this and doing all this, and I thought I was recording, but apparently I wasn't. That's why this one's already out. So there's just a 10 mil and an Allen head, and that is the pin that holds the factory arm in. So they'll just loosen that, remove that, and swap out the arm.
12 seconds later.
And then this one, you just need to get it snug. It's got a lock nut, so it'll hold. You want to line up your marks you made, and you're gonna have to try to work these in with the buttons and make sure none of the buttons fall out. Like that. So he got a Aftermarket Assassin's limiting washer, which is right here, and on this little center shaft it replaces this thinner black washer. So you can pull the black washer off and put that one on instead.
Can't.
It's an O-ring.
Doesn't come off.
Come on. And be careful if you take this spring washer, make sure you put it on correctly, because it's not flat, it's a little spring washer. So yeah, make sure it goes back on the way it was. And then I'll put that one on. We got the limiting washer on now, so we can drop the center shaft in.
Gotta put Loctite in.
Put the spring on. If you're reusing the factory one, you would also line up the marks that you make. But he's got the new billet one. I've talked about it in other videos, the P90X clutch exploding in the Pro XPs. This is what that cover is for. It's gonna make these towers more rigid. As you can see, the factory one is just shaped like the towers. So this one's gonna be stronger and hopefully help it not explode. Just push it down and then these will get torqued to 9 foot-pounds. That's it.
Put it on.
So now we can put the primary back on, get that torque down, and then put the secondary on and the belt, and that's it. Real easy project. So now we just got to torque that T60 on the primary to 140 foot-pounds. Yeah. 140. So we can throw the belt on. And now we can put the secondary on. Or the other half of the secondary. Pretty much final step of this project. We're gonna put the bolt back on for the secondary, and I forgot to mention this, but when you take this off, make sure you don't lose any of these shims. These are the shims that you would need if your clutches are not properly aligned. So if you have a machine where it gets stuck in gear, doesn't want to shift, or if you take your clutch cover off and in park or neutral with it running, if the secondary is spinning pretty fast, that means your alignment's a little off and you either have to shim it out or remove shims to get it lined up. So when you take it apart, make sure you don't lose any of these. And if your machine was fine, just use the shims it had. If you have a 21 or 22, like this machine, the secondary bolt is torqued to 25 foot-pounds, and the 2020 is different because it has a different size bolt.
450 foot-pounds. Here we go.
4 to 6 more days later.
The S3 clutch kit from Aftermarket Assassins all installed. So it's a pretty simple project. When we can test it, we'll let you know how well it works. Gets pretty good reviews, so. So his alignment looks like it's all good, because you can see it jerk a little bit, but that's perfectly fine, as long as it's not spinning like crazy. He does not want to go in the mud, and he slid into the mud. Oh man. Yeah, this is our beginning of spring in April with snow. It is just a mess. And he just cleaned the thing. He's probably not gonna be happy.
Jesus Christ, dude, the thing's full of luck.
So like I was saying, it's a shit show here. It's all tire spin, not enough space. So we can't really test it, but he said it feels normal. Spinning the tires, he knows he got 8,000 RPM, so if that holds true, we might have to take some weight out, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. See you on the next one.